Alrighty, looking at images of what is, first of all, as I walk out of the front part of the front side of my apartment building, that's the side that's facing the hillside where the light source is rising. And it is the 1 o'clock hour, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. This is 6 hours after an alleged sunrise at that hillside. The light source is directly over my head and in zenith as I'm standing facing building 1806. And that's after I captured video while I'm standing at the backside and before I went to lunch, and I'm standing in the parking lot. And then I'm reminding you at the same time, the entity is maintaining that light source through my living room window. That's just literally the light sources all over the place wherever I'm at the one property, Alvarado Gardens. And then you're juxtaposing that with where I'm at an entirely different location. What I also want you to look at is, again, this is the light activity. This is what you saw inside of the Fontana Lewis Library. I uploaded a video for you. You're looking at what is the maintenance of the specific environment where the government is keeping you under surveillance, and the government has no warrant or probable cause to engage in what is the criminal system, also in concert with the people of the state, while employing what are demonic methods in doing so. That's prosecution for what is terrorism, for what is also a sexual violence. The entity is also necessarily touching you while keeping you under surveillance in this engineered environment, which is also terrorizing, okay? This is creepy, weird. It's also everywhere while people are maintaining presence around you, and the entity is pursuing you relentlessly day and night in helicopters, which are hallmarks, okay? This is in the workplace. Todd Speaker is going to be prosecuted with this very video evidence, and it's also documentation of what is impunity. This is the engineered light that's on the ground. The light source is at the same property where the sun is documented rising. It's 1:36 in the afternoon. I'm referencing the Fontana Lewis Library because you're looking at the same exact pattern of conduct inside of a state facilitating venue, which is the San Bernardino County Fontana Lewis Library at 8437 Sierra Avenue, and it's captured at 12 p.m. and you'll see engineered light, and you're looking at a Caucasian female. That's a third-party group stalker. Remember, Satan does not have a race. You have an invisible condition, and it does not matter what their race is. That was a demon in relevant position with the hallmark on the wall behind her. It had the pattern of the blinds. I'm describing it. The light source is already over the Fontana Lewis Library, which you already know. And at 12 p.m., you're looking at in the depths of that little computer lab, and you're looking at the pattern of the blinds. That's engineered light that was appearing. That's literally the mark of demon possession. Everybody in that everybody in that library, I'm surrounded, okay, at all times. But in that computer lab, that is a direct indicator you are under surveillance. It's impossible light activity, and it's no normal people. Those are demons that are surrounding you, and they're targeting you. And it's just a matter of paying attention. You'll see this method of light activity in that Fontana Lewis Library. This is what you see on the ceiling in my kitchen today. This is the entity that's placing you surveillance everywhere, under surveillance everywhere that you go, while the entity is maintaining criminal presence in that specific environment, and also the hallmark of what is keeping a light source over you from the beginning till the end of the day. The entity is maintaining the specific environment in the absence of any warrant or probable cause. But again, there is no lawful basis. This is just prosecuting criminal conduct by the state. There is no lawful basis, by the way, for a government to place an American citizen under surveillance just because they want to pursue you and target you. That is outside of the bounds of the law. There is no constitutional or lawful basis where the government can do it vicariously through the demon possessed, who are the people of the state. They're acting with the entity that's stalking obsessively in helicopters. They're group stalking with the state. That's what group stalking is. And they're monitoring in violation of Title 18. And this is the maintenance, as you saw in the facilitating venue, the Fontana Lewis Library. Look inside of the Compare the P.O.C. folder. I gave you another example. The other day I gave you an example of engineered light appearing above all of the demons' heads. It's in the middle of the grocery store on the ceiling. It's the mark of demon possession. Everybody in there is monitoring. This is a pattern of conduct, okay? And it is marked by what? Light. And that is just one method. This is all engineered light. None of this is sunlight. The entity is maintaining engineered light, and the entity is maintaining a light source. And this is the prosecution for the people of the state who are stalking in that specific environment. The government has no warrant to maintain vicarious presence in relevant position, living inside of building 1810, apartments 1 through 6. It's the same analysis for every single last one living at Alvarado Gardens, and they're all going to federal prison. And this is documentation of what is federal group stalking and monitoring as I remain subject to it, which is criminal surveillance. In the specific environment where Todd Speaker's business, you're looking literally while I'm on the clock, and the state is calling itself speaker companies. And speaker companies is the facilitating venue where that criminal pattern of conduct is underway in concert with a heavily documented entity that is stalking obsessively at the crime scene, which is Alvarado Gardens, where all 59 units are filled with third-party group stalkers, each of whom are going to federal prison. And all the minor children are going to be taken from the custody of the people of the state who have made them third-party group stalkers, have employed them in what is state surveillance, what is state terrorism, sexual violence, and harassment as an entity. Very highly demented pattern of conduct that the secret society is literally casually and easily engaging and incorporating minors. All right, it is currently 1:40 p.m. and this is POC.